Let's begin with breaking updates now coming in. On being asked about the possibility of meeting with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, the US President Donald Trump has said that in 2 weeks or so, Marco Rubio will be meeting his counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. In fact, Trump said that it was a very productive phone call with the Russian president, and he will be meeting him soon. So Trump going on to say that there is a possibility that there could be a meeting with Putin soon. This is after the Alaska summit. Remember, the two leaders had met in Alaska, but questions have been raised on whether there was any progress at all, because it was seen as a complete dud with no progress in the peace talks. After which, the United States has again spoken to Russia time and again. In fact, in the latest, Trump has spoken to Vladimir Putin, where the two are said to have discussed peace as well as trade. Now, Trump has spoken about the possibility of a meeting. Here's what he said.
Well, you also posted about your call with President Putin today. You spoke about the meeting in Hungary with him. Do you have a timeline or a date set for when?
Yeah, I would say within 2 weeks or so, pretty quick. Marco Rubio is going to be meeting with his counterpart, as you know, Lavrov, and they'll be meeting pretty soon. They're going to set up a time and a place very shortly. Maybe it's already set up. They've already spoken. And I thought it was a very good phone call. I thought very productive. But I'll be meeting with President Putin, and we'll make a determination. Tomorrow I'm meeting with President Zelensky, and I'll be telling him about the call. I mean, we have a problem. They don't get along too well, those two, and it's sometimes tough to have meetings, so we may do something where we're separate but equal. We'll meet and talk parties, but this is a terrible relationship the two of them have, and it's one of those things. I've seen things that nobody would believe, but this is one of them. So we're going to be meeting in Hungary. Viktor Orban is going to be hosting, and it's really something that's time. Last week, over 7,000 people were killed. That's ridiculous. And, you know, it doesn't affect our country. We're not losing people. We're not losing Bobby. We're not losing Americans. But they're losing Russians, Ukrainians, mostly soldiers, for the most part soldiers. And we think we're going to get it. We hope we're going to get it stopped. I thought this would be, because of my relationship with President Putin, I thought this would be very quick. And it's turned out to be, who would think I did Middle East before I did this? We did a total of 8 now, 7 and now 8.
My colleague Rishabh is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Rishabh, at least on one hand, we're seeing Trump actually making that admission that we thought it would be very quick, but it's taking much longer. But he is also hinting at the possibility of perhaps meeting the Russian President Putin. What are the details? When could that be taking place? And what is the detail that has been revealed about the phone call between the two leaders?
Well, what we are given to understand that Russian President and US President held a phone call, and the phone call lasted for more than 1 hour. As per US President, the phone call was very productive, and he went on to say that we are moving toward end of this long war, is what Donald Trump said. He also informed and confirmed that Sergei Lavrov and the Secretary of State for the United States, Marco Rubio, would be meeting in coming weeks. And after that, both the leaders, Putin and Trump, would be meeting in Hungary. Now, Hungarian President has also confirmed the peace, summit in Budapest. But remember, this happens after the Alaska summit. This happens after Zelensky, along with all the prominent European leaders, have met Donald Trump separately. Zelensky is expected to meet Trump very soon as well. And now this peace summit has been announced, or for that matter, has been at least envisioned. That is something that showcases that now, after the Israel-Hamas truce, Donald Trump wants to look toward Ukraine and wants to end that as well. How successful both, Donald Trump and Putin would be, it would be interesting to see, because remember, after Alaska summit, Putin came for SCO summit to Tianjin, and the reactions that we saw from Donald Trump was something that was very undiplomatic and does not behove a president. But here, now the president wants to move ahead and, hold a peace talk. Remains to be seen how things unfold.
Okay, all right. Rishabh, do stay